Hi everyone, my name is Josh, welcome back to Super Mario Maker. We're going to be playing ZACKSCOTT'S second level, Spike Ridge Forest. Right off the bat, there'll be a question mark block with a mushroom in it, which I would highly recommend getting if you want to live. Take the shell, jump across there, you can make that jump, you throw the shell down there to grab the first key coin. All I have to do here is run straight across there, use the invincibility frames to get all the way to the invincibility star in the hidden block above the chain chomp. Try not to knock out the last 3 red flying Koopas, or the red paratroopers, otherwise it's going to be a bit difficult for you to make your way up to the top of that vine. That vine is quite concealed there, but you can see exactly where I jumped up so I could hit the block to make the vine appear. Wait for the Koopas to fly up towards you and climb up. Don't jump up immediately because there is in fact a little sneaky spike block sitting over there. Jump all the way across without falling into the spiky ocean of death and grab the mushroom from the central question mark block and take out this big boss dude. He's probably got a name. I'll flash it up on screen because I can't remember names of Mario enemies sometimes. It's just too difficult. You need to be a bit careful here. I tried to keep my my mushroom, although I probably end up losing it later on, to be honest. It's quite difficult to keep the mushroom, but you don't really need to have it. It's just helpful to have in case you feel like you're going to accidentally hit a spike at some point later on in the level. Make sure to hit each block individually, don't go back and forth, otherwise you're going to miss out on valuable coins. Be kind of careful when you're coming around to swimming here, because if you drop down too far, obviously you're going to fall off the map. I try to stay just below the surface to have more control over how I'm going to jump up there. If you jump too low, you're going to hit the spiky block, and if you don't have the mushroom at the time, you'll just end up dead, which is pretty sad. There'll be a Yoshi in that question mark block over there, which you literally have to get, otherwise it's going to be impossible to collect all of the red key coins. Fall down the pipe and jump up. Boom. And then Yoshi will have fallen down onto the spike block, which is fine, because we got Yoshi, and that's all that matters. Now, to collect all of the coins in here, you're going to need to jump off Yoshi and jump up. Just be careful not to get bumped by the blocks, because when you get bumped by the blocks, you can actually fall into the side of the walls. And if you fall into the side of the walls and you haven't got the mushroom, then you'll end up dead. Got to be careful. Use your little precise platforming skills to make your way all the way up to the top over here, and there'll be another moving question mark block, which does in fact contain a coin, but we will come back to this a little bit later on. You'll need to jump off Yoshi to get to the other side, and there'll be a little checkpoint there. Don't die though, because you'll end up losing all your coins, which is kind of sad. Now, the final red coin is in a bit of a tough area to get to, but luckily, since I already have a mushroom on me currently, and there's a mushroom in that block, we should basically be set. What I'm doing here is clearing out the area so that I have a clear point for a run-up. There we go. From the right, jumping up this way, and you need to use your invincibility frames to get all the way up to the top to grab the final key coin. Now, going down the pipe is going to be a difficult thing to do without a shell or the mushroom, so I'm going to be forced to grab the mushroom in the block. I have a few moments here where I'm kind of thinking about what to do. Should I jump down the pipe or go for it or whatever? And I chose not to. I could have gone down the pipe to collect the last coin and then come back up to the top to kill the boss and then continued on with life, but I chose not to. I chose to go into the door first to get 99 coins, but of course we need to go back for the final one. We're going to need to once again grab another shell. I was very close to hitting one of the paratroopers there, and that would have not been a good moment. Take the green shell, jump right down the pipe once more, and of course we're going to need to use this to kill off one of the red Koopas. Now I'm going to sit along this ledge here, wait for the block to come around, and then throw it. I had a few attempts of trying to do this. It is quite a difficult thing to do. You need to position yourself right on the edge of the block, and then jump, and then throw it. And if you keep on failing over and over, just watch exactly where I position myself when I threw the shell. Now, at this final point, I wanted to use the shells to take out the boss. So I take another green shell down here, grab a red shell, and bring it up to the top. That means I've got 1 red shell and 2 green ones, which I could use to kill the boss. But I accidentally ended up bumping the shells into each other, which completely screws me over. Luckily, I was kind of good with the way that I had timed my jump. So instead of me jumping onto the boss and getting forced into the spikes, I went to the left, I did a bit of a run-up, and the boss was slightly lower to the ground, so I could basically just take him out the same way you would any other day of the week. You need to be quite precise with how you're going to do this jump. Straight through the spikes, and don't jump too far, otherwise you're going to hit the spike block just to my right. Be very slow and careful with how you swim. Grab the Yoshi there. I didn't get to the very top of this flagpole, but I managed to complete the level with all 100 coins, so thanks to ZACKSCOTT for creating the level. If you want to check it out, I'll chuck a code in the description. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.